I belong to Lebanese culture. Both of my parents were born and raised in Lebanon, so I'm 100% Lebanese, just born here in the United States. To my parents, Lebanese culture is a big part of who they are as a person. As a child, I grew up in a predominantly white area, and I had always been embarrassed or scared to show off my culture. This related to the food I ate, the color of my hair, and even about how I was darker than most of the kids at my school. This wasn't a bullying situation, but mostly just me being so self-conscious as a child. As I started to grow up, I started to lose a sense of my culture. I was always so embarrassed when my friends would come over and my parents would talk in a language that wasn't English, or if my mom packed a not normal school lunch, as I used to think. This self-conscious behavior started to affect how I thought of the Lebanese culture and how it was always a negative in my mind. To my parents, this was so hurtful and such a hard thing for them to accept since they were so proud of their heritage and how hard they worked to get to where they were today, while also reminding us where we are from. Once I was old enough to really care about my looks, I started to change things about myself to look more white, or what I thought would make me fit in with others, since in my brain, that's how I created the perfect image and beauty standard. No matter how many people I knew, or who called me pretty, it didn't change how I felt about myself and the things I wanted to change. Now, as I am more mature, I of course realize there is so much more to beauty than what I thought as a child. I started to love my thicker eyebrows, longer eyelashes, darker skin, and thicker hair. But now, just like any other self-conscious teenage girl, I would love to change a few things about myself. I now have come to realize how beautifully different my features are. I've started to appreciate where my family came from and how much my grandparents sacrificed by leaving everything they loved and worked so hard to build behind to escape the war and bring their children here to the United States to provide them with a better future. After visiting Lebanon with my family a few years ago and experienced firsthand the beauty, the culture, the generosity and proudness that all Lebanese people have, I began to appreciate my culture so much more, and I also started to appreciate how it has influenced my identity now so heavily, because I have finally realized how amazing it is to experience things that most people haven't, and I shouldn't be embarrassed to be different than most people. I can finally honestly say that I am proud to be born into Lebanese culture. I enjoy sharing my experiences in Lebanon with my friends or whoever is willing to listen. I am no longer ashamed of introducing my friends to new food and unique experiences my culture has to offer.